Maybe not, actually. Oh, 3. You're live. Yeah, I know. I screwed you.
Okay,
Wait, let's do it again. One more time. Hold on. Wait, keep going.
All right, there we go.
You did
All
it.
right, after 8 years, we almost did that. Okay. Actually, the only time I've ever successfully did it was, I'm sorry, when Dave was here. Okay.
That's because he's out of sync like you.
Exactly. We're both like on the backbeat.
Do your thing.
All right. Hey guys, welcome a little late to OnSet. I am Daniel Norton. Tonight we're doing the men versus women. We're going to talk about lighting conventions for men versus women. I have the amazing Andreas and the mediocre Marissa. Seth over here on the Mighty Mix.
So your chat room's dead. People might not find this link.
Okay, this might be hard to find. If you guys are watching online, sorry about the stuff, but Seth saved it. There was literally a fire, right? Kind of. There was like flames and like things going on. Seth's over there beating it down, and he got it going. I mean, with a broom. It was pretty awesome. So how he did it, I do not know, but you know, every week he does it. So we're up watching. If you guys don't know.
Do you have 2 mics? Oh, never mind.
No, she's probably listening. That's fine. Thank you for doing that. So if you are new to here in the studio audience, if you're in the studio audience, this will be the last time we're going to do it in this space, okay? If you're watching online, we are still going to stream, so keep an eye out, I guess, still on adorama.com/events. You can watch them online. There probably will still be interaction with audience at some point in the future, but in February, we're going to only stream because they're working it out.
Bigger events, off-site, once a month-ish or so.
Yeah, we're going to do like bigger events off-site once a month or so. We're going to do it a little differently. So just keep an eye for that. It's not going away. It's just they're changing the space a little bit. So look for that change. But if you are an online viewer, that should basically remain the same. We'll just be at different locations around New York City and other places of the world.
All right.
The world.
Man,
All right, we're here. We're done.
I'm exhausted.
I'm already tired. We haven't even started yet. Okay, so this is one of those things where we're going to walk through some conventions. I'll say this right up front because I know I'm going to get lots of comments, so I might as well just say it right up front. Yeah, you can. I'm going to say this is good light for women, and you can light a guy or a man or male or masculine with that lighting, and vice versa. Yes, right. But there's certain conventions, and I think that when you're starting, especially in your learning lighting, it's good to kind of see what is the convention because it's a convention for a reason. People do it that way for a reason. Now you can change it and modify it, and different subjects will require different kinds of lighting. But we're going to talk about kind of what would be a good starting point if you're shooting both of these types of subjects, right? So it really comes down to conventional beliefs, or how we want to say it, of beauty, right? And typically men are seen or looked at upon as more rugged. So using light that creates more shadow, more depth, generally works really well. Women, generally, we want to see more openness, more kind of smoothness. And if you learn how to do this, you won't have to do a whole bunch of retouching. If you light properly for that smoothness, you won't have to retouch. That's the point, right, of all this stuff. Lighting gives you control so that you can just do it in the camera. If you use lighting that's not correct and it creates all kinds of shadow, that creates wrinkles, it shows the blemishes, and then the person doesn't want that in the shot, you're going to have to touch it out. If you use lighting that eliminates that stuff, you won't have to. So this is kind of what we're doing, right? This is why we light, and this is what we're going to do. So generally speaking, we're going to want to go with kind of a more shadowy, moody light for our male subject, and a more kind of open, clean light. That doesn't mean it can't be dark for the female subject, and we will shoot both ways maybe because we'll mess around. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Right? Why not? We do it both. Yeah, we do everything, right? So and then we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. So I guess we'll start. We before this we did just like a football game. No, which one is the one with? Yeah, they toss a coin in football, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they tossed a coin before we started. Not soccer.
Both.
Okay, both. Okay, good. I don't know. In soccer, they do like a thing where they kick it with, I don't know much about sports, but
Just ask people to comment on the YouTube chat if it's okay.
Oh, hey, YouTube got people watching on YouTube. Please comment and let us know if it's okay because we had some issues.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Bringing it up, Seth can't tell. So if you let us know if there's any issues there, don't comment the jokes are bad. I know that. But, whatever. They don't give me enough for good jokes, Anyways, so let's start. Who wants to go first? All right, Andreas gets to go first. By the way, excellent actor. We've used him in several things before, but it's been a while, so I'm glad to have you back,
yes.
my friend. I generally don't like to use male subjects they're better looking than me, but I don't really have a choice.
No.
All right, so get out of here. Okay, so as I noted, right? Do you mind standing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we want to work with something that's going to give us texture and shape and shadow, we're probably going to work with the light that's a little bit harder. I'm not going to use hard light per se, but I'm going to use harder light. Well, actually, maybe I will use hard light. Let's see what I have here. This is a Shimera extra small.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry, I'm using this.
Not just extra small, but extra small. Now I know what you're saying, but Daniel, why not just extra small? I left that one at home. All right, so this is 12 by 16 inches, okay? So depending on where I place this thing, it's going to be, your hardness, softness is based on the size of the light source, to your subject. If I place it far away, it's definitely going to be hard, but if we look at it size-wise, it's roughly the size of his head. If we're going to shoot his head, if we put it real close, it'll be soft-ish, right? And I want to put it close. The reason for that is because the closer you put something, the faster the fall-off will be. That's the inverse square working, right? That's what we want. So I don't want to use a giant source and put it close because then I won't get any shadow because it'll all wrap around. This is one reason why I'm using a small source. That's why I'm choosing this. Every time you choose a light source, you got to think. And you could say, well, Daniel, can't I just use a bigger one? You could, but it won't give the same effect. And we'll play around with that a little bit. Come a little bit off the wall for me. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to come from this direction because the law is you always shoot in the direction of the audience with your light. Unless it's a hot light, then you go in the opposite direction. And we're basically going to have him looking straight on at the camera, right? I'm going to position my light source here, and I'm going to kind of put it right there. That looks pretty good. You always know that it looks pretty good when you just kind of go like that, and you just look at it like, you go, it's pretty good. What I want to do is I want to create some depth, right? I want to keep light off the background, so I'm going to point my light more or less this way, and I'm going to have it go across his face. It's very close. It's going to cause shadow a little bit, but because I'm feathering it, it's going to be relatively even, I guess. Let's see.
Does first or second curtain sync matter?
Does first or second curtain sync matter? Yeah, I mean, of course. Not in this case, but it does matter. So people are like, what's first and second curtain sync? Well, nobody's really sure what that means. People always ask that question because they're like, what does that even mean? Somebody will explain it someday. Not today. No, what it means is when you fire your flash, right? You see a lot of this actually when Seth does demos because he does a lot of stuff with longer exposures. If you are in first curtain, when you press the shutter button, the flash fires. The exposure, the time of the exposure, let's say a 60th of a second happens, then the shutter closes, right? In second curtain, the shutter opens, let's say for a 60th of a second, just before it closes, the flash fires. That's the difference. So does it matter for this? Nah, it's not going to make a difference.
Hey, Bob Davis.
Hey, Bob Davis. Guys, if you don't know Bob Davis, he is an amazing photographer and super, super nice. And he lets Seth blow on his lens.
That's true.
Yep.
It's a team effort when you want to make effects in camera.
All right. I'm going to use a light meter because Sekonic has offered me 45 cents to use this today. This is the L308XU for the United States, I guess. And I'm going to set my shutter speed, which is how you do it, at 1/125th. I'm going to set my ISO at 100. And I'm going to meter the light. But before I do any of this, what am I not doing? It's the last one. You guys don't know. It's like I did this for this many years. You don't know what we're supposed to do first? Come on.
You've been to every single one. You're going to answer this.
What are we doing
now.
first?
Take a shot.
Come on, you got it.
Take a shot.
Take a shot with a black.
With a black frame, yes. Okay.
Perry, everybody.
All right, Perry. Didn't take that long. So here's the thing, right? We're lighting our shot. We're using flash. We're going to take control of our space. The first thing we're going to do, because I want to show you guys what this light's doing. Yes, you can mix flash with available light and do all kinds of fun and good stuff, and we do that sometimes, but if I'm trying to teach you what light does, I don't want to just let the available light kill everything, right? So I want to get rid of it all. The way I get rid of my light in the space is I set my camera at the fastest shutter speed in which it will sync, 1/160th in the case of this camera. I will set it at the lowest normal ISO, which is 100, and then I'm going to set my aperture in a place that none of the available light affects my shot. There's lots of ways to do it. I'll use the light meter today because I feel like it. I'm going to go to ambient mode. I'm going to set in those two things I just said, and I'm going to meter the light. What I want to get, I'm actually going to meter all around like this, not just towards the light, because I want to see if any place is hot. So I'm getting 0.7. That's pretty much no light at all, right? If I want to know what love is, so I'll start moving my shutter speed like this. Oops, wrong way.
You want to show them?
Yeah, why not? So I'm going to shoot, let's say I was to shoot at f8, which is where I normally shoot. This meter tells me that at f8, it would take a 1 second exposure. I'm going to shoot at 1/160th of a second. So I know that I'm really going to underexpose if I shoot that fast, right? So there we go, easy enough. So let's go with f8.
I got you.
All right. I'm going to zoom my lens out to 70. I'm going to shoot at f8. Also, if you're using a mirrorless camera that shows you the exposure that you're set at, you'll see that I can't see anything. That's usually a good sign, right? I'll still take the picture anyways, though, because I said I would. I have a feeling it won't be able to. Well, I'm not sure what it's focusing on. So if you can't focus because it's so dark, just throw it in manual focus. It doesn't matter if the shot's in focus. Ah, beautiful. The black frame. We long for this as photographers. Now, if you're shooting in New York City, you're on your set somewhere, and I will come upon you, and I look at your session, and I don't see this black frame, I'm going to be very disappointed. This is what you need, right? So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab my exposure slider. I'm in Capture 1, by the way. I'm going to drag it over until I start to see him. There he is. About 2 1/3 stops underexposed. That's good. Couple stops, 3 stops is a good place to be. That gives me place, if I need to in post, to bring my shadows up without bringing in the available light. That's why I want to be that dark. That's good. From there, it's just a matter of turning my light on. These aren't my lights, so I suppose I should check to make sure it's on the right channel and everything. 3A, okay. That's in 3A. Yep.
So everyone on Facebook that's complaining there's no YouTube, go to the Adorama TV homepage, just refresh it, there's a new link.
Okay, if you're on Facebook and you can't get it on YouTube, go to the Adorama TV homepage. So youtube.com/Adorama TV, hit refresh, and you should get it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I'm going to go like this. And I got it in TTL now. Why am I using a meter sometimes and TTL other times? Because I can. TTL is through the lens metering. I'm going to let the camera decide the exposure. So let's just point it right at him and let's see what we get. All right, I'm focusing on his eyes. Boom, right? Through the lens metering, right? The camera is using its internal meter. Dave! Dave Bruska!
Dave.
Is that monitor up? Yeah. Okay, all right, cool.
So, this is it, right? If you are wondering, so for those of you who say things like TTL is cheating, blah, 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 if you're using the meter in your camera anyways, it's the same thing. You're using the camera's meter. It's not automatic except for the fact that it's picking the flash. It's basically metering and setting the flash. Come on down, Div. I'm still in manual, right? I'm shooting 100% manual. Is this Rembrandt lighting? Probably not. Right? Actually, this is pretty soft, right? That's not bad, right? He's got pretty eyes.
For old shaky hands Norton, that's
You got pretty eyes. So this is shadowy, right? It's got a little mood, right? But he's still got soft light on him, right? It's not harsh. It's not harsh because I have lots of diffusion here, right? This softbox is soft. It's just close to him, so I'm creating nice drop off, nice shadow pattern. That's almost too nice.
Let's do a bounce.
And you want to bounce it in?
Yeah. Let's just show. Break the shadow.
God, you love to break the
Sweep
shadow.
the leg. Sweep the leg.
I don't want to. All right, no breaking the shadow. Okay, all right.
You're not going to use a Brooklyn Reflector.
I'm going to use the Brooklyn Reflector. I'd have to use everything in the first 5 minutes? Use the rushing me. Okay,
This is how these kids shoot today.
this is a reflector. Handmade by Seth.
It was actually.
in Brooklyn,
No, it was actually here.
in Manhattan.
With all the
Since we're probably not going to be doing too many more shoots here in the space, Seth will sell these for only $600 a piece. This one already has the marking for a C-stand in it.
You know what? Maybe I'll actually give them out. We can take everything with us.
Oh, you're going to hold it?
Do you want me to hold it?
If you want
Well,
to.
I'll hold it
Yeah,
if you
sure.
want to.
Oh, you want to hold it?
Well, I mean, just say he's the model.
He is the model. He is the model.
This is how we.
This is why I like Marissa.
Oh, actually, I need them for a shoot tomorrow.
Do you see what's going on there? Let me know when she figures it out.
Oh, wait. You want me to tilt it more?
You're in the shot, hon.
Oh.
Okay.
I always thought you just blackened out the
All
background.
you guys in the back can take chairs off that stack. You don't got any weirdos.
Okay, little fill there. See, it doesn't look as good. All right. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, that's what a fill will do if you want to bring it up, right? So if your shadow is too harsh, then you can fill it in. I think in this situation it doesn't work. So Marissa said something which makes sense, and maybe you're thinking too. See, this is why we have Marissa here. She's like, no, you're making it dark back there.
But I'm too pale. It would catch on me.
The background is dark because it's so far away. I believe because she's holding the reflector, some of that light would have bounced on her. That's why she was in the shot. If you stood right at the background, you'd probably be invisible. But if you're holding the reflector, I'm pretty sure that you'll be in the shot. Okay.
Here's a reflector. Look at it.
Yeah, she's basically a reflector. So, okay, this is the thing. We put it really close like we normally do. I think that's too much. If we wanted some fill, then we could still bring this in and just back it out, right? Distance is important, right? Light travels, bounces, travels back. That's the inverse square. Nobody actually knows what that means, but now we have some fill, right? So it's not an all or nothing, right? It's basically nothing, something, right? You got to decide, right? We got to decide what we like. That's too filled, right? This is better, right? Here, this is nice. And if we want, this is more an advanced technique, but I think Marissa can handle it. She could use the silver side.
What lens?
This lens is a 24-70 f4. Silver side's going to be more reflective, so she's going to probably have to back up even more. Silver side is going to be more specular, right? Specular has to do with highlights. It's going to be a little bit less even, possibly. It's going to kind of bounce in and be a little bit sharper, if you will. Good.
Oh shit, my bad.
That's pretty nice too, right? Not bad. And, you know, there we go. That's the silver, right? Silver brings in that nice specularity. It's not super close. Again, you don't always have to take your reflector and jam it right up against them, even though that's what we normally do. What's that?
What if your model doesn't look like a Greek god?
What if your model does not look like a Greek god? Well, I mean, as long as they look like at least. Listen,
We cannot try to make ourselves look ugly for
90% of being a photographer is casting. Let's just say that right now. All right. That looks good, right? Good job, Marissa.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty good, right? That's a decent way to shoot a dude, right? You notice I'm not adding any separation lights. I'm not adding anything else to kind of glamour it up because I want this kind of like tough, gritty look, right? That works for him. That's why shooting guys is so much easier. You just use one light. Okay, now let's move Marissa into the same light.
Gary
What's
King
causing the orangey kind of
with the warmth.
cast
This,
one side?
why is it warmer over here? Because that's the actual skin tone of his face, and over here he's overexposed, right? It's a little underexposed, basically. Yeah.
Underexposing brings up saturation, just
Yeah.
like anything else.
When you underexpose, it brings up saturation, right? So basically, this isn't overexposed, but this is hot, right? If I was to take this down, you'd start to see that he gets warm there too, right? But your shadow is always going to be warmer because, you know, underexposure brings up saturation, as Seth said. I actually kind of like it a little bit dark. But no, I'm not going to leave it there. But yeah, I got to make sure I reset it, otherwise it'll keep the, why is it not, oh, because that's the Kelvin. I hit the Kelvin and I wanted the hubs. All right, come.
Oh, jeez, really? First of all, it's Calvin, not Kelvin.
I know. Marissa is not actually taller than any of us. She's wearing heels. I just wanted to say, she's always trying to pull that off. All right.
My feet are naturally pointy.
Yes, they are pointy. All right. Here's Marissa in the similar / same light. Ready? Excited? Look like more tough. Like, okay. That's actually not terrible. All right, so you're actually not in the same light. How are you not in the same light? What did you do wrong?
I turned my head a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I think you might also be closer to the light than he was. There we go. All right. Again, doesn't look terrible, right? But this isn't the way that I would necessarily shoot her. Now, let's do the same process, right? Let's take the reflector. Let's go full on white first. Nice and close. Yeah. Look all beautiful.
Beautiful.
Right? That actually looks a little better for her, right? In a sense, like this is definitely way too shadowy, but filling it in actually works for her. It's still more shadowy than I would generally shoot Marissa, but you know, that's already better, right? As compared to the two when we had Andreas, right? The more filled in one didn't have as much punch, right? Now let's go silver. Yeah, well, let's just start far away and then we'll bring it in. Yeah. Right? That's just silver so you guys can see. So that's the in-between, which again isn't terrible if you're going for a certain mood. If she was an athlete, if we're doing something for strong, but this isn't the typical way that I'd shoot a beautiful portrait of a lady, right? Let's say we're gonna leave the light here because this is where it is and I'm too lazy to move it. We can kind of fix this a little bit by using our silver reflector, which is gonna add more specularity and more punch, and we can bring it in real close, like right here, right? This is basically gonna even us up as much as possible anyways. It will never be as bright as the key light because the key, you know, inverse square and all that, right? But now at least we're a little bit more even. So now we've kind of gotten rid of most of the shadow, right? So if we take this like that, right?
Fix your screen.
Yep, fix my screen.
Because they're like, why are we looking at his files?
You should be happy to look at my files. All right. So we can see that the flatter light, the cleaner light that shows our whole face is more appealing, right? If we look at that, and this is, again, I'm using the same box here, right? So we look at that versus the one that we think was probably the nicer one here, which I guess was probably this one, right? Same light, different application of reflector creates light that is slightly, I do think this one's a little bit hot, actually. I'm just going to bring it down a smidge. Right there. You know, different application of the same light. So it's not about like, oh man, I'm shooting a female subject, I have to buy this modifier, I have to do this. It's about knowing what works better, right? This cleaner light with less shadows, less mood works better on, you know, on the Marissa, right? The more shadowy works better on the Andreas. Make sense? Okay, good. Well, that's all working out. We never know when we do these things, man. Who God only knows, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, thanks for coming, guys. Oh no, we'll do more. Okay, so let's build a more tight shot though. Let's say we're gonna build it out for Marissa now. Typically, if I'm shooting a female subject, right, I tend to like to put the light in the center of the face. That makes the light more even and generally makes it less shadows anywhere that you'd care to, you know, not have them. It's gonna put a slight shadow under the nose. It's gonna put some shadow below to help shape the face, but we're not gonna have like any shadows around the eyes. We're not gonna have any shadows off to the side like we have in these shots, right? So the way we do that is, there's two ways to do it. You can just have her look at the light if you're okay with doing a profile, but we're gonna actually boom the light out because, you know, you guys paid a lot to be here, so. And being that this is, you know, an onset, I have to make that my regular joke, which is, if you're gonna drop this light on Marissa, this is the best one to drop, a softbox. Why? Because it's soft, exactly.
We both have a scar on our forehead. Check it.
You have a beautiful scar on your forehead.
Yeah, you got the Harry Potter scar.
Yeah, you both
Yeah,
do.
he does too.
Yeah, they're like scar twins, yeah.
Yeah, check it.
Did you smash each other in the face?
We were like head banging together, and then we're like, oh.
Both ran into the wall at the same
I
time.
guess that would even make sense because he's taller than you, right? So you'd be scarred.
I was like, no, actually not in these heels. I'm taller.
Yeah, you've been rocking heels every time I see you.
Take half a step forward. Too much. Good. All right. I'm going to place the light more or less in the center of her grill. I'm also putting it vertical because it's cooler, and I can read the shimmer there. No, I'm putting it this way so it narrows the sides, because what I want to do is actually create a bit of a more narrow look on the face, bring up the cheekbones a little bit. So the light's going to be more centered. If you go like this, it's going to make going to fill in on the sides. If you go more horizontal, so it depends on the face. For Marissa, I like it like this. I like it like this. That looks pretty good. Now I have it in the center. I'll meter. No, I'll use TTL. Let's meter. All right. So I'm going to bring my meter into corded, non-corded flash, and what that does is it means that when I press this button here, it's now waiting for a flash. When a flash goes off, it will give me the exposure of the light.
Just waiting for that one.
I will eventually drop this camera. That is the truth. Well, then I'll get a Z7. All right.
You'll get Joe's old too.
Oh, it's doing the thing that it does. So I will turn off the modeling light.
Yeah.
If you happen to have Profoto monolights and you're having issues with your light meter, for some reason the flicker rate of the modeling lamp causes the light meter to not function properly. So that's what's happening. Apparently we're the only people in the world that know that because nobody's mentioned it. Still nothing. I'll turn it off and then back on maybe.
Well, I think you have to pull the battery because it's. Oh, you're not in.
Yeah, I'm in non-corded.
I got you.
Pull, pull, pull.
It's also that garbage battery. You know when you get bad batteries, how it makes everything.
Oh yeah,
Let me check.
garbage battery. Garbage. Is it Sony one?
Yeah.
Oh, those Sony batteries. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
No, you can get them at the cashier.
They're
It's
$1
like
for 40 of them.
yeah, 40 batteries for $1. I mean, you gotta think. They're probably not that good. I mean, there's a chance they might be good, but I'm gonna say 40 batteries for $1 is not.
F4.
F4. All right.
I mean,
so,
you're only at 4 on the light. So
yeah, I'm gonna bring it up.
4, you're losing a stop and a half. That makes sense, right?
Yep. All right.
Oh, do you want me to go again?
No, I'm just gonna do it. I'll trust the math.
Trust the math.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that I mean, it's not like anybody's watching. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was an in-between shot. Oh, yeah. Perfect. It's a little hot.
Like she's waiting to get splashed with water or something.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to say it's a smidge hot, so I'm going to bring it down a smidge. Okay. Yep. Sometimes I'm too fast on the button. There we go. All right. Now we've got the light centered on her face, right? Shadows dropping down here. It's relatively even now. Keep in mind, because I'm sure people are going to say this, the top of her head is going to be brighter than the bottom of her face, unless she puts her face at the angle of the light. That's just the way it is. The light's closer to the top of her head. I mean, it's common sense, but for some reason, it doesn't always translate that way until you do it a few times, right? So we can bring her chin up slightly. We don't have to go crazy, but this is why when you look at all these beauty shots in magazines, they all have their chin up. It's not because they want to show off their nose hairs. Now it's even on her face, right? That's how you get that if that's what you care about.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
The other way to do it,
It's a little hot.
that's a glowy face. It is a little hot.
It's a little hot.
It's a little hot, so much. So if you're unsure about how hot it is, if you're like, how hot is Marissa, right? What you can do is, I mean, there's detail, and I like it hot. You can grab the exposure slider and bring it down till it looks good, like there. And then I can look at it and be like, what's that, a third? Half a stop? And I'll just dial my light down half a stop, right? That's it. It's the other way we can use Capture One to kind of evaluate.
Do 4/10.
4/10 instead of 3/10. There we go. All right, let's try that again with the chin up a smidge. Good. We're gonna split the difference because I don't want her to ever head up too much all the time. She's not that snobby. She's a little snobby, but not that snobby. And there she is, right? That's a Marissa. Now we are, again, a little bit dark on the bottom, right? If we want to keep the chin relatively low, we can do what? Do you remember 2 weeks ago that I was like, don't use reflectors? Now I'm using them again. Oh, look at this. Andreas is a reflector master. Takes 7 years of school for that. Now it's filled in.
Go up higher.
A little tighter with the reflector, maybe? I think I'll go horizontal too because, it feels like a horizontal shot. Right? Closer the reflector is to her face, or to the light source, the more it will reflect. Because light is coming out, it's bouncing back, right? Light falls off with distance. Now we have a nice, clean, beauty type shot that you might see here in Adorama, and we got it, right? What if we wanted to make it more glamorous? Can we do that? Can it be more glamorous?
They're asking for a pizza box.
A pizza box? So,
I'm just saying it's my thing.
All right, I have never used a pizza box before as a reflector.
Hold on a second.
This is the truth. Oftentimes when I go to do something that Seth says is his thing, I joke and say,
Just happen to have a pizza box.
so Seth was just in imaging and did a whole pizza box demo.
Wait. There's a better pizza box. This is a better pizza box. So there's all right, no joke. There's a difference between pizza box reflectors. Clayboard, shiny, nice sheen. This is the one you want. Even though they're bigger, they're matte, you're not gonna get the good bounce. I'm just saying.
I want the big one. You keep that one. That one looks like a pizza in it at one point.
Yeah, it's the last one. Here, enjoy it.
Wow, okay. All right, pizza box.
I should have got a beach ball. That would have been balling. I wanted everyone to have bubbles. I thought that
I
was
never ever have used a pizza box for this. I've used a pizza box for a lot of things, but never this.
Oh, Vanessa Joyce says, yay, pizza box.
Vanessa Joyce says, "Yay, pizza box." Excellent. What did I do here? Here we go. There it is. All right.
Not as good.
Yeah,
see?
pizza box.
That pizza box.
Reflector.
That pizza box.
All right, give me that pizza box, Gary. Get up here. Gary, get up here with the pizza box.
Face.
Let's see it. No, you use it.
Oh no, I know you know how to use a reflector. I've seen it. Come on.
And make sure the reflector actually is hitting the light.
Could you wear more jackets, Gary?
Did you move forward?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Up higher, Gary.
Get that reflector in there. Get the pizza in there so she can smell it. It's in the shot. It's in the shot. It's in the down. Okay, perfect.
First day.
All right, here we go. Good. All right. Well, that is better.
See,
That is.
there's a difference. See?
There is a bit. That is a better pizza box.
See, I told you.
But still, the Brooklyn Reflector wins. So if you only have money for a pizza, you're fine with that. But otherwise, $645 to get your Brooklyn Reflector. You can sit down. You can have that. I would offer the crappy pizza box, but nobody's going to want that now. All right.
You really
So
want the pizza box? Do you really want it? Okay, good.
sign it.
I
Seth,
gotta do a shoot tomorrow.
He always says he wants to give stuff away, and he never does. All right. So
I have a hoarding thing. We'll figure out what goes away
Okay.
at the end, okay?
let's do a beauty. Now let's do a beauty light on our gentleman. On Andreas.
Beauty light on a gentleman?
On a gentleman.
Do you have a gentleman?
Yes. Well. How you feeling? You feeling very beautiful?
I think so beautiful.
Whoa.
I mean,
Good. Calm it
you
down
know,
there.
men had to buy soap too. Nice. You know what happened? I tricked you.
Oh, reflector.
No,
He's too forward.
I tricked you, right? Daniel tricked you because that's how I roll. What's different? Why did I make it awesome? Nobody knows. He's closer to me. The light's over top his head, right? We made shadow because I'm not gonna make that pretty light on him. I refuse it, right? No, we will. We'll make the pretty light. But he just happened to do that, so I was like, let me shoot it. So, right, that became more overhead. Overhead light is gonna throw shadow, which creates this beautiful light here. What's that
That's
autofocus?
an extra small.
What's up with my focus?
What?
Or is it just not coming in fast
You
enough?
might have been too close to him, period.
Huh.
It might
Ever since we put that eyeball focus thing on, it's been acting weird. Also, my battery just died.
What is happening?
Stand by while I change the battery.
Why is everything dying?
Don't worry, guys. This happens all the time.
This is a triple extra small or an extra small?
Extra, extra. That's the smallest one they make. It's the size that you like.
Well, they're asking us.
It's extra, extra small. Shimira Super Pro, I think it's called. This is one of the finest soft boxes ever made by man or
it's
woman
really good.
or children. Actually, they're not made by children because they make them in Colorado. And I don't think that'd be allowed.
No children in Colorado.
Yeah, not like that.
Well, there's children in Colorado. I just don't think they're allowed to work. I mean, I'm actually not sure about the Colorado labor laws. All right. All right, so let's have you move back slightly.
Oh, you're on.
Okay. Come forward a bit. Right there should be good. Chin up a smidge. Good. Cool, right? Now we're getting this nice light on him. It's a smidge dark on him because he's lower, right? Because Marissa has the 7-inch heels on. Let's do this though. I'm gonna do two things. Marissa, bring in the reflector. Good. I customized my light. See how I did that? Customized for each client. I'll put that in my ad. Come to Daniel. I customized the light.
Just do a triangle light all the time.
Triangles. Oh yeah, those are great. I like parallelograms. Chin up a smidge. Like you're one of those beauty models. You're like, buy my soap, right? Now he's got this flat light. Looks like he's about to get punched in the face, right? Again, right? Oh, no, I didn't want that one. Actually, even the middle one's pretty good. Good. Okay, why is it this button? There we go, boom. Right? Again, more shadow works better. This is not bad. It's a nice way to shoot, but it's not really the light that I would use for him. It's a little too clean, you know? It is really sharp, though.
It's Nikon.
It's Nikon. It's a Nikon.
It's true.
So yeah, so you know, you've got this like a, now not to say we can't do this beautiful light on a man, we can. Actually, let's do this. Go back to where you were. Let's make it extra beauty. You're gonna be so glamorous.
So glamorous.
I'm gonna raise the light. Marissa's gonna use a silver reflector. I think I'm gonna have to put it in TTL. I'm gonna put it in TTL. Through the lens metering. Brought to you by ProPhoto. Okay, here we go. Chin up a smidge. Good. Right?
What? Was he going to prison? What is this?
Now he's going to prison.
Where's he going?
So I raised the light up. Actually, that was a little bit hot there. Right? We glammed him up with the silver. So I got the background a bit brighter. So it fits in a little nicer because I felt like this just looked really, like didn't make any sense.
You're getting a told firmware for the TTL.
Yeah. Okay, so let's switch to manual. I'm going to lower the power, let's say half a stop. One of the things that you're going to do when you're using a system like this is you want to oftentimes use TTL to get your base exposure and then switch to manual and make adjustments from there. Let's do it without the reflector to start with. Just want to see what this does. I'm trying to get the background up a bit. So I moved the light further away from him. There we go. Now we're creating this like deeper shadow. Now let's bring the silver in, but not so quite so close. Let's do it like right here. He's like, yeah. Look, you can look right at me, actually. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. I'm curious, with the light up higher, we should get, yeah, there we go. Right? Now we've got like a kind of a prettier light on him, but we still get that shadow, right? We want that shadow there, because that gives us a little depth. And actually, because he has lighter eyes, it really kind of like makes his eyes pop too, I think. That little glint, right? We're getting prettier light, but still a little harsh, because that suits him more, you know? Because you're harsh, you know? He's not really, though. He's super not harsh. Right? But it works, right? It's a little bit rougher. It adds some texture, right? That's what we want in our light for our male subjects. Let's have Marissa step in that same light. Let's see you harsh.
Harsh.
Be like, yeah. You know, Marissa's, you know, she's in one of those Fight Club movies, maybe. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, like somebody, yeah, there we go, perfect. Right? Okay, no, not quite that. Oh, you're taller again. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to turn the light down because she's got closer to the light. Using the inverse square law. Hold on, one more. Good.
It's like orange is the new black.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to take off the heel?
No, you're good. Whenever you get on that box, you have to then squish down, right? Actually, if we, one more. Right? So now, again, moody. A bit much. I raised the light, so that stretches those shadows. It worked for him, gave him a little character. For her, it just, you know, it doesn't have that same appeal. It doesn't have that beauty. Let's bring the silver in, though, because you might be able to fill it in. Why not? Make her more glamorous. That's a little better, right? That's got something going on, right? She's a little more devious, right? She's like, I'm the evil character in this movie, and I'm gonna eat all the croutons.
Yeah, attaboy.
I don't know.
Oh, croutons.
All the blue cheese. All right, right? Adds a little bit, but by making it a little cleaner, right? Every time we clean it up on her, it looks better, right? With him, we almost need to rough it up. We shoot him clean, doesn't really look as good. We want those shadows for our male subject. Cool. Let's do like a more dimensional shot. What do we got? Oh, well, even though we started late, we started a little late.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do something a little bit, because I'm only using one light so far. And as we all know,
The more lights you use.
the more light you use, the more you get paid, right? So, we're gonna use 2 lights, because Daniel needs to buy some new stuff. ProPhoto Octa, maybe? I'm gonna use an octagon. Why? Because cool people use octagon lights. If you look at any cool like YouTube video, they're using an octagon. Nobody's using the square softbox, right?
That's my whole YouTube.
That is real. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, everybody uses octagon. It's like, oh, you know what's cool? An octa. You know what
looks good with an octa.
Everybody looks good at an octagon. All right.
You actually did a whole video on it. What are you talking
I did do a whole video on it. So yeah. If you do this long enough, you've done a video on everything. All right. So.
You're all Mark Wallace.
Right. Everybody's. You become Mark Wallace. It's like Mark's on there. Up.
Go.
Where am I going?
Wherever you're going with that, you're about to.
I'm gonna go right here because what's the rule with placement of the light? Facing the audience, right? When it's a flash. So we put the light right here. It's looking into the audience. Yeah, that's good. Let's go closer to the background. Actually, let's light them both at the same time using appropriate light on each one. I just made that up. Now I don't know what to do. Who should be in front? That's true, actually.
In front or like next to her?
Yeah, exactly. Boop, boop, boop. A little more. Okay. We're using force perspective, right? That's like using the force. Star Wars people? No? Okay. All right, so I have a dilemma here. I really wanted to use the big soft light on the female subject because that's probably better. But now I'd have to move everything. I already put this over here. I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the small light on her. Why not, right? Why should I do it the right way? That would require me to do more work. Nobody wants to work these days. So we're going to use the octagon on, whoa, God, I always do the broken one. All right.
Is that the bad arm?
Well, no, it's not the bad arm. It's just broken right there. So when you try to lift it, you have to like be
I'm
Superman.
Spin this one 'cause it's wrong.
Yeah. Well, you got to put a sandbag on. I'm going to boom it over her face. Can we boom it over her and just do like a beauty light?
This one?
Yeah. And then oh, actually, maybe we should use the beauty dish. Now we use the
No, yeah. Because then you want to grid it
Grid,
down
yeah,
and
yeah.
sculpt her out. Yeah.
All right, we're going to use a beauty dish. Why? Because Marissa is beautiful.
She's alright.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, there it is. This is the silver beauty dish. People always say, Daniel, that's my name. Why do you use a silver beauty dish? And I say, well, I mean, beauty dishes are like $400. You think I'm going to buy 2 of them? All right, so you have the white one. Actually, I used the white one today.
I don't like it.
Yeah, silver's better.
Anybody want to buy a white beauty dish?
No, I like it. I'm just saying.
You want to
silver's
buy a
better.
white beauty dish?
I'll buy it.
All right, cool. There's nothing going anywhere. It's in the same studio.
Yeah, the silver beauty dish has 2 qualities that are different than the white one. Number one, it's silver. No, the reason if it's silver, it's more specular, right? So our highlights are going to pop. Also, it also has a narrower beam. So if you're going to use it without the grid, it will actually have a tighter spread than the white one. So just so you know. But yeah, so for sure, generally when I'm shooting beauty, because beauty light generally needs to be a little bit of contrast, I like to have a silver beauty dish for the contrast too.
Do you want to do him first, or you want to piece it together, or you just want to go in?
Oh yeah, we'll do one at a time. Sure. Should we use grids on everything?
Well, who do you want to light first?
Let's light him first, because there may be some residual light that falls back on her, and we might have to deal with that. All right.
You're a real Mitch.
So this right here is a 3-foot octa. Everybody looks good. No, not true. All right. Most people look decent. Well, I'm not sure. 3-foot octas are good. All right. We're going to use this to light him. It's going to come over, wrap around. We're going to do what I said before. I'm going to put the light to the side to add a little contrast. However, because it's so large, it's probably going to light up both sides of his face a decent amount. We may have to use something called negative fill flag. Yeah, exactly. You guys are so quiet. Seth should yell at you.
Yeah, actually, it's the last demo, and you never made him scream.
No, I never make him scream. Nobody screams in my demo. This light's not going on. Do we have,
You have no power?
yeah, no power. More power, Captain. Yeah, nothing.
All right, just spiel.
All right, I'm spieling. That's like, isn't spiel what you put on a bagel?
No.
That's schmear. Damn it. I'll get that right eventually. I've only been with Adorama for 10 years. I was just a boy when I came here, and I still am. Luckily, V-flats from V-flat world take up almost no space when you store them. Until you have 17 of them.
Yeah, they kept sending us new ones.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, they have little ones now for tabletop.
I saw that.
It's adorable.
They have little baby V-flats. We had to plant them. Baby V's.
Baby V.
Isn't Baby V one of the Spice Girls?
Baby V.
Oh, Baby Spice, but isn't she? No, okay. Isn't her name like Veronica?
You got power.
I actually know nothing about the Spice Girls.
All right, stop talking. You got power.
They did have that one video that was like a single take video. Do you know what channel that's on? I think C. Or group, I should say.
Are you talking about Spice Girls?
Yeah, I am
That's
talking.
the spiel you come up with?
I said, tell me what you want, what you really, and they were like, Spice Girls. All right. Okay, I'm going to use TTL. Through the lens metering. 3-foot octa. Andres. All right. I'm going to frame this up as a, well, I'm going to do a half face just to make Seth mad.
Oh, you're a jerk. You didn't even do it right.
No, I know. Okay. Way too much light on the background, and he's hot. I mean, yes, but, you know. You know what I mean. All right, let's look at
Not
this.
what you meant. I meant that sexually.
All right, so why did it overexpose him? Because TTL's terrible. No, because look at my frame. It's trying to light everything in the frame, and Marissa's way in the back posing. It's like, there's a girl back there, I better light her up. It's like if she wasn't posing back there, it would have been like, oh, it's okay. But they see her, they're like, oh, model, and you know. No, it's because it's trying to fill the whole frame with light. So basically, we're about to stop in a third over on him, but too much light's hitting the background because we don't want anything on Marissa, because she's gonna get her own light, because she paid extra for it. So I have in this bag, I hope. Yep. Yeah, it is, okay. I have in this bag a grid, an egg crate. Seth's gonna put it on because what I did was I put it on so many times the wrong way
Every time.
that now he just does it for me every time. That's how you do it. Just do it wrong in front of people like that, they'll just do it
Do it
for you.
wrong enough, and then people get pissed.
They
and
just
do it the
they
right
start
way.
doing it for me. And
I swear.
this is one of the tricks in life.
It's like babysitting.
It is like babysitting. You get them to do it, and then you just kind of lay back.
I'm gonna be feeding you applesauce one day.
I do like applesauce, actually. You know, applesauce is underrated, right? It's like when you have applesauce, you're like, man, it's so good, but like you don't think about it. right.
Applesauce on latkes is the best thing ever.
On lockers?
Latkes. Latkes. You've worked
Latke?
at Adorama for how long? You don't know what a latke is?
Hold on, isn't Latka the guy from Taxi?
Oh, shoot.
He is, right? That's the guy's name from Andy Kaufman's character. There we go. Boom. You were here this whole time just so I'd come up with that. All right. There goes Marissa. This is still a bit hot, which we'll deal with in a second. I'm probably going to have you work slightly towards the light so I can get your other eye in the shot, because this is split lighting.
According to page 4 of whatever we got. You're gonna use her as a reflector?
No, I'm gonna beauty dish.
She could reflect enough to break the shadow, and then you light her separately.
What do you mean? She'd have to be too close to
Do
her.
what you're gonna do.
What do you mean, like close to him?
Just do what you're gonna do.
I'm not using her as a reflector. I feel like that's demeaning. Yeah. You can be a reflector because you're white. As somebody who's very pale, I take offense to that. Oh, is this backwards?
No, it's not backwards.
It's so much work.
Spin. Listen, you. Look. Oh my God.
so
Go to your thing. Go be Daniel. Okay.
All right, so while he's doing that, we could use a little reflector over here. So there's different ways to do this, right? Let's just see. That's not on, right? That's in Group A. Don't worry, it won't fire. It's in Group A. I'm going to try with the reflector, a silver reflector. See if we like that. It's in the shot, but I'm just looking. I think I'll just turn towards the light slightly. I think it'll be better. Okay. Yeah, we don't like that. That's terrible. Okay, thanks, Seth. You're a mooch.
A mensch.
Mensch. You're a mensch.
You're using my beauty dish today. I'm the mooch.
No. This is my beauty dish.
No, you just said you used mine.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did use
Yeah,
it.
you just used yeah.
I totally did. A white one. Oh, it was nice too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It was very.
Marissa was like, it was nice to have a white beauty dish today because we were always using the silver one. Models like when you use different equipment. They really do. You just got to buy new stuff and be like, this is a new thing.
It's fancy.
And they're like, ooh, you bought that from me? Yeah, definitely. Totally bought it for you. Okay, now I'm just going to light up Marissa. I think I'm going to have to add a grid to that light back there, but hey. They are so far apart. I guess I should focus on you. That's okay. Oh, interesting. Actually, I kind of like that the background's lit up.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, I was going to put a grid on there, but it wasn't on there. And I was like, you know what, maybe that's all right. She's a bit bright.
You want to try with the grid though?
Let's try with the grid. Why not?
Yes, Marissa, you want to?
He's all shadowy back there.
Oh, this thing is so bent.
Yeah, this grid is beat. But you know how much a
The
grid
whole
costs?
dish is beat. It's like an egg.
Yes, this beauty dish has been through hell and back.
You might get your new scar tonight. Look at that.
Once you've invested the $8,000 it costs to buy a beauty dish, you're not going to want to do it again. I will answer the inevitable, is a collapsible beauty dish exactly the same thing? No, it's not. They're expensive, but they do a thing. All right, focusing on Marissa, boom. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's nice too, and you still get a little bit on the background.
Oh, double grids.
Oh, nice. All right, double rainbow. All right, let's turn C on. Actually, I'm gonna switch to manual.
He looked like his voice would be like, and then they told me, Bert. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, exactly right. All right. So you're looking right at the camera. You're gonna look slightly this way with your face,
Slightly.
Andres. Yeah, you can look at me with your eyes, but just face slightly. Yeah. Let's see. So only one of them can be in focus. So at this moment, let's get this thing figured out. Yeah, there we go. All right, she's kind of out, he's in. See, I just got a little smidge of light on his eye. Now notice here, the triangle of light.
oh my God, stop. Stop.
The true
Stop with the Rembrandt lighting. Stop with the Rembrandt lighting.
That's, all right. How deep do we need to go to get this? How deep is your love? All right, so.
What are you at, 8?
I'm at F8. Let's go to F22.
You're crazy.
I know.
Could you do it with speed lights?
Now, before I start changing everything, now I'm going to confuse everybody, but I'm going to do it anyways. Before I start changing all my lights, I just want to see if that's going to work. So I'm going to do it with ISO or ISO. ESO.
According to like 3 YouTube
ESOs. All right. So the way you do this, if you don't want to do math, is you got your little dot knob over here, and you just look at 8, and you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 clicks, 3 stops basically. I'm gonna hold down my ISO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 800 ISO, F22 should be the same math, right? Now I'm not gonna shoot at 800 ISO. I just want to see if. Now just note that when you raise your ISO, it does mess with your dynamic range and everything, so it's not exactly the same. Oh, all right. Even at F22, she's not very sharp, is she?
You can make the lens wider, it might help.
Yeah, I can step back from him. Let's see. All right, so what I might do here is I'm actually going to step back because I want to change the ratio, right? So I'm going to actually shoot wider than I normally would, and then we'll just crop it. But I just want to see if this works first. See if we can get it.
He's not bad.
He's sharp.
She's past.
Yeah.
I would just move her in.
All right, we can just move her closer. Yeah. Yeah. You can leave the light. It's going to be heavy. Yeah. Goes. Let me look. Okay, so step this way, Marissa. Good. Right there. Stop. My only fear is that some of this front light might hit her now, but let's see. All right, so here we are. I'm still at F22. Again, I'm going to change back to my 100 ISO when I'm ready. I'm going to focus, and generally your depth of field is greater behind your focus point than it is in front of, so I am focusing on the closest subject, right?
All right.
Yeah, he's ish. She's sharp enough. Sharp enough for government work. So this is one of those cases where if I was shooting the first thing, to be honest with you, if this was a project that we're actually doing, what I would do is,
That's about hyperfocal.
hyperfocal is how you get the maximum. Actually, I can't do it with this lens because you have to have a lens you can set. So actually, didn't somebody just do a video? David Bergman just did a video about that on Adorama TV. Watch that. But hyperfocal distance is where you get the maximum focus per per aperture at a certain distance. So if I had, you need to have a lens though that shows the distances to set it. Basically, you set your infinity mark at the aperture on your lens focus, and it gives you the maximum aperture, to work with. But this lens does not have that. There's probably a way to figure it out with this lens, but I have no idea how to do it right this second. What I would do if this was a project is I would be on a tripod first of all, because I would never shoot a project holding the camera in my hand. And what would I do? I would focus stack. I would shoot each person in focus, and I would just stack it because it's not going to be worth it. I have to kill myself to try to get them both in focus. I wonder if this can go to f32. Nope, 22 is as deep as it goes. So I can't, with this lens, get them both in focus without moving them significantly closer together.
Go the other way. Throw one way out of focus and the other sharp focus. Make it mysterious.
Make him look like a creepy guy in the front.
Done. For you. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I mean, if you like somebody out of focus. This might work. It's kind of neat. Whatever. I think most people would be used to seeing everybody in focus, so I feel like this, yep.
If you had more room that you could step back further, then
Yeah, if I could step back further, then I could do it, right? Because distance to subject is part of your depth of field. Let me just, you're making me feel like I'm not doing this. Now you guys are making me, okay, all right, Marissa, come much closer. Come right here. Hold on one second. I just want to see how close you'd have to be in focus. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's probably good.
He's way not happy to have her on her.
No.
He's way not. It's like, oh, this one again.
She's still not super
I
tight.
was so last night.
Remember, there's only ever one area that is completely in focus. So, when you're doing this, she's not going to be super, super sharp. That's sharpish, though. That's probably about as best we could do.
How's her elbow? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, her elbow's in.
And that's like,
Yeah, and she can't be that close without it just being two people standing next to each other. So, and what happened here? We're struggling about something that's technical, and we're like, oh my God, let's make it work. And what are we doing? We're ruining our shot, right? Because forgetting about the fact that she wasn't in focus, right? This was a better shot, right? It's more dynamic. It has just more oomph going on, right? So sometimes you gotta just go outside the thing. I just shoot them each separately and just drop it in. It's easy. As long as they're not crossing. It's better, if I was gonna shoot them separately, I'd try to make sure this doesn't happen here, right? Because that's gonna be a little bit more of a pain to put them together if that happens. So I try to make sure they don't touch. And in fact, we'll just do that. I'm not going to put them together right now in Photoshop because I am not gonna Photoshop. All right, so let's go back to your original position, Marissa, where you looked good, because you look terrible now. Go all the way to the back. If you could, yeah.
Oh, you can't do it?
I could, but I don't want to. At this point, I want to make it feel like your work.
Ooh.
Harder than me.
You're lucky this is the last one, dude.
You got to get your screen. Seth pays me a nickel every time he comes on screen, so it's like a. You don't know that, but I've been charging you. I get access to your Cash
I'm gonna
App.
start charging you for all the tricks of mine you use. How's that?
Yeah.
Do you want it this lateral?
I want it how it was when we first started.
I think that's pretty much
Yeah.
it on that.
I didn't know if you changed it or not. Okay, let's try again. So I'm just going to go with each of them being in and out of focus. I don't think him out of focus is going to work unless you turn almost completely profile this way. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep them stop. All right, that might work because then he's mostly shadow too. And probably you don't want to look at me, but let's see. All right, I'm going to focus on Marissa because, she's a lady.
Why would focusing between the two work?
Oh, that's interesting as well. Focusing between the two won't work because you have more focus. Well, I mean, there is a spot in between them that would likely work, but I don't know what that spot is. It would just take forever to figure it out. And I haven't got time for that. Because you have more focus. When you shoot and you have depth of field, most of your depth of field, like 2/3 of it, is behind your subject. So if you have to kind of pick a subject, the closer one's always the best bet. I mean, here, let me pick something in between. Can you stand like a foot behind him and I'll focus on you?
Actually, put your hand out, let him focus on it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. All right, let's try that. Actually, go back to your original spot.
Always wipe
That's a good trick. That's a good trick. See, I learned that from Seth.
Wiping your nose, man.
Actually, go back to your original spot because now Seth's gonna figure it out.
One day you'll be shooting on your own.
Nope, never. Perfect. Are you in your right spot, Marissa?
This is, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna focus and then you'll turn. All right, I'm focusing. Good. Now go to your position like a coolio. No, drop your hand. You can drop it. There you go. Look all intense. There we go. All right, this is focusing on Marissa's hand somewhere in the middle. Well, that's not terrible. But he's out now.
Yeah, he's out.
Right?
She's going to be out too.
and she's out too. Now they're both just kind of out a bit, right? I'd rather have one sharp than the other. I mean, that's just how I would do it. This lens is only an f4 lens. Actually, let me do this. Let's go to f4. Unless you got a fast lens. All right, first of all, I'm going to go back to f8, because remember I told I was going to go back and then I didn't. I'm going to bring my ISO back down to 100, because 800 ISO, nobody shoots at 800. It's either 100 or like 52,000. There's no like in between. All right, here we go. I'm going to back up a smidge, which is also going to increase my compression. They're all looking hardcore. I'm going to focus on undress. I'm just getting the exposure right again, because now I'm going to have to change my lights. Okay, backing up. Again, still didn't help. She's out of focus. Let me go to f4 and make her more out of focus, because she's a creep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 2 stops. I want to move each of my lights down. 2 stops, hopefully. If they can. I don't know what they're set at. There we go. All right. In theory, the math should win. Perfect. Marissa's creeping in the back. Oh, yeah. So now she's even more out of focus. That's not Ted. Actually, do this for me. Let's go more overhead with the light and have her put her face down so she's mysterious.
Go like straight 90.
Yeah, if she's going to be in the background, out of focus, let's make her mysterious. Mysterious Miss M. Not like Marvelous Miss M, which is Bette Midler.
Which they film right in front of here. Marvelous Miss Maisel is filmed right on
Oh.
the street. It's crazy. You
That's
want to
cool.
go higher?
And let's go a little higher too. Yeah, we're going to
You want to
stretch.
stretch it all the way?
We're going to stretch it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Street lamp.
Yeah.
She's like a street lamp.
You're going to be like, I'm an after-school special.
No, chin down, Marissa, like you're like a creepy. Chin down like a creepy, not like you're a goddess. You're no longer a goddess, only he is.
Like this?
Up, right there. There we go. That side eye was the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, she's too dark now, of course. Now let's bring her up. No, you're good. You're fine. I have to bring up the, she's A, right? Is that A or C over there now? Hold on.
Really?
It's A, okay, good. I thought so. I'm gonna bring that light up. We're gonna use the inverse square law, so I'm gonna bring it up in 1.5 stops. Did a little math there, without you guys knowing. Not even using my wristwatch calculator. There we go, right? Now she's darker. I kind of like her lip better. That's just a big blue blob, which doesn't work for me.
A big blue blob.
Marissa, you are a big
Twist. Have a twist.
twist.
Just twist.
Yep, there you go. Could you hold a butcher knife?
Actually, I got blades.
No, we don't want a butcher knife.
I have blood right here.
No blood. No, see, it's still a big blue blob. It's going to be a big blue blob no matter what because of the angle of...
Have her turn away and turn over her shoulder a bit.
Oh, so back to me?
Yeah, just a little bit of back so it's not so blue.
Yeah.
Or this side?
No, the other side so I can keep the... Yeah, there we go. Good.
Why do you hate me so?
Right. Okay, that's starting to work.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Can we maybe throw more hair on her shoulder?
Yeah, let's throw some more hair on your shoulder there, Whitey. She doesn't have any more hair.
Yeah, I got it.
Can we get a... Well, that's not bad, yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
She towards me just a smidge, but that's good, though.
He's got to work
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. So you just be there, all mysterious, Marissa, and Andreas is the star of the show, as always. Good.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
You kids have a dynamic.
That works.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do like a little bit of towards her, like you're like,
Oh, you want me to actually be smoldering?
yeah, smolder.
He's gonna go totally.
This is for me.
He's gonna go totally shallow.
No, yeah. He's gonna. No, he should be good.
He turns away from that.
No.
Stay straight, short. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is a smolder. Marissa, move a little bit this way, and don't lean down so much. Just be more like,
More like.
You look like you come
yeah, have some shape. Yeah, exactly.
I know, I'm like.
Don't look at me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Be all femme fatale-ish. I guess that's the word. All right.
Oh boy.
All right. There's something going on there. I kind of want more light on her face now that I'm seeing this.
I know. You want to do it?
Yep. Be a little tilt. This is good though. Oh, you want to do a kick?
Well, let's do a kick from the elbow up.
Okay.
Unless you want to do a light.
Or I was just gonna have her bring her chin up, or drop the light more and less straight.
Let me see if I can focus. I don't think I'm gonna get much from that grid, but let's try it first.
All right.
Go into that position. And then,
Let's see if we get anything.
am I in the shot?
No, you're not. Would you like to be? Yeah, that worked.
That's a lot of I mean, I make good reflectors, but that's pretty helpful.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. You are a master of reflection.
So now if I did this and moved it off her body more, we wouldn't let
This
it
is good
out
for your
too
detective
much.
knowledge. He doesn't care about you, Andres. He only cares about the reflectors.
I care about the out of focus blob that is Marissa.
Yes.
So now we should
Yeah.
skip the body a little bit.
Yeah,
There we go.
there we go. That's beautiful.
4
That
inches away from her saves.
that is your detective novel cover right there.
Actually not bad.
That's not terrible. Hold on. That's not terrible.
That's not terrible.
Not terrible is basically the best possible compliment you can get. That's pretty darn good. I mean, I kind of like the more out of focus Marissa,
Yeah.
right? It works. She's mysterious. Your kick was good.
Well, let's talk about different gestures
Let's
for
talk
him
about-
with him out of focus and her sharp. So if we change
Oh.
the gestures, we'll get a different vibe. I mean, that's if it's your demo, but I was saying.
I mean, we could do that. Somehow we've created shooting couples or shooting duels. This could be a whole different. Oh, well,
This
no
is
more.
shooting a breakup is what it
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So look. So you're gonna do like almost 3/4 this way. So you're gonna be more in the shadow, like kind of like oh. And Marissa, you're gonna be like, well, whatever. I got many guys in the cash app. Oh, I'm focused on the wrong person now. Oh, did I lose my tether on the best possible shot? There was total cash app going on there. No, I'm there.
I don't think that's the right shot.
No, it's not.
Definitely not the shot.
It just didn't like that shot. It was like, you know what? No. Sometimes cameras are like super smart and they're just like, you know what? You suck.
Just take a shot.
Yes. That's the best shot. All right.
All right.
That's a new feature in the Nikon. It's like if you take a bad picture, they just don't keep it. You're in though, Seth. You're in big time. You're in by like a foot. There we go. Oh, let me focus on Marissa. Actually, come a little bit in to the set, Marissa. In this way, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Good. And be like, I don't care about you, man. Perfect. You're all sad. Actually, we need a little kick on him.
Yeah.
And actually, I think we should lower this and go back to more beauty
Tell you what,
position.
Why don't I grip? Actually, no.
No, we're good. I think just a little bit in his eyes, and then you can open up, and we'll just get that little bit of tear in your eye that you're sad. Not because of Marissa, but because of the records that she took. She got your vinyl collection. Now, a beauty dish is generally considered a hard light, so we don't want to drop it on Marissa, because if it's a hard light, it's gonna hurt. See, that joke's not as good as the soft light joke. I don't know why. It's like you want it to be the same, but it's just not the same joke. It's literally the same joke. It's just not as good for some reason. Move up for 1 second. No, out. Like that way, so I don't drop it on you. Seriously. Yeah.
It would not be. I think you have dropped on me.
Yeah, I think I have dropped the beauty dish on you. Yeah.
You're like, it's all fun and games. You actually drop.
Yes.
Softbox. Softbox doesn't hurt as much.
No, softbox definitely does not hurt as much.
Can
Because it's
attest.
soft. You know, the softbox was created by the guys at Shamira out of tent poles originally. So there you go. That's the original softbox. Now you know. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. Using the inverse square law again. I'm going to light her up again. You're looking all sad, like, oh man, stick my stuff. She's looking all, I don't care.
That's good.
Okay, we just need more light on him. Should we bring the light around to him? Or can we kick it back in
We
with
do
a
a half grid.
Yeah, let's half grid. Oh, nice. That is an advanced technique for such a small class, but we'll do it. All right, guys, we're half gridding.
Go do it.
All right.
Go do it. I put it on. There you go. Attaboy. I taught him that.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody ever half graded before you did.
God, dude.
I need a clippy clip.
No, you don't need a clip. It's a Velcro freaking.
Yeah, but I want a clip. I want to. No, don't do it like that. Okay, that works.
Why not? Why not?
All right, I guess you can do that.
No clip.
Seth Miranda.
The whole thing's Velcro, man.
I have shoes with ties. I don't use Velcro.
You just slip those on. You never tie them. Don't even start.
I tied them when I bought them. All right. All right, so we're bleeding a little bit more light over there. Marissa's like, I got the puppy too. She took the puppy.
So what we can do is,
I need something on him,
yeah, I
and
know,
she's
but-
too bright.
No, but look. If I kept this out of frame, we do it 45 up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And try to look like down into the light a little bit, like into this reflector, so that I get a spark in your eyes. And those beautiful eyes.
Oh, you smell manly.
Thank you. She's still too bright. Wow. Okay. Come in a little bit this way, Marissa.
She's dressed so much better than him.
Yeah, well, that's why, because she's got all the money.
I took all the money.
Stole everything.
She's like, I'm going to the club, and he's like, but nobody. I
You
bought
don't
pizza.
care about our anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, going to the club. My composition is weird because I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to lean over you.
You can lean over me.
No, I'm going to.
I mean, I'm the big spoon always.
There we go. I kind of want them closer together.
Yeah,
Come a little bit this way,
like
Marissa.
Left field. Yeah.
Yeah, come.
We
Good
gotta
stuff.
drag that light. We have to drag that light over there.
No, not yet. Look
Okay.
towards the light slightly. It's always important to like be lazy to start because you never know what you might find out about yourself and about other people.
All right there.
See,
folks.
look. See, look. See, look. See, look. Now there's too much light on him.
All I'm looking at is the back of his neck.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. There's too much light on him. So now that we
Nick, what's wrong with my
now she's good because I like her light.
Everything.
All right, actually, let's light her up. I'm gonna move this over so it was like it was.
We could also spin this.
Yeah, let's spin. You mean away or towards?
No, I mean like spin it so the grid is a little bit on his
Oh,
neck more.
oh yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh, look at that. The old half grid spin.
What? Why are you breaking me? Like, what is
Oh, no,
this?
let's just see it.
It's the last one. Would you
It's the
stop
last
breaking
grid.
me
It's a
again?
It's a half grid spin. Whatever.
It's a half grid spin.
Seth is literally creating a brand of half grids. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's rocking the party.
I got all the money.
Actually, that's pretty darn. I feel like that's pretty good. That might be the best shot I've ever made. I mean, it's there. You got
should
the
put your hand out
emotion.
Like you're leaning on his head. That would be awesome.
You could do this way. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we
you
can
want
do-
to
okay.
lean on his head.
All right, so hold on.
Do you need more room?
No, you're good. I'm finding the right composition.
Can I blow in your ear?
I put it right in his eye.
Actually, you know what we could do? Why don't we, let's gel the light on him, leave her neutral.
Oh, a gel. We'd never do that. Blue? Because he's blue?
I don't know, like,
Red?
You want to do like a dark red?
Oh yeah, dark red's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now the question is, where are my gels?
I have no idea. All right, we're gonna gel because it's the last session in this space. It's almost done. Seth's breaking out the gels. You're gonna be sad but happy.
It is what it is, dude. No money, but independence.
Independence. You achieve your independence. Who needs her anyways? Going to the club. You could be like, all right, we're putting a red gel in here. Why? Because when you don't know what else to do, you just put a gel and stuff. I mean, it's good business. It's like, I know what will make it good for Instagram. A gel.
Presets.
You can buy Seth's black and white presets.
Yeah. Not after all that trash I talked at imaging. All right. You
I
go
did
with it.
download your 7 tips, though, and they're very good.
Oh, thank you. Vanessa wrote them for me.
Yes. Use a camera.
Oh,
Press
should I
the
just
shutter
talk
button.
on my porch like an old guy? Like, hey, you kids.
If you had a porch, you have a stoop.
I don't even have a stoop, so what? I got a rooftop.
Yeah, you do have a rooftop, which is pretty badass.
Am I okay?
I think so, yeah. Let's try. I want the gel to be saturated, so I didn't adjust my power. I want to see. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a bit much.
I don't think that's.
I mean, I like gels, but that's kind of a
I
lot.
don't
Yeah.
think that. I think that's
Oh,
great.
wait, let me, like, look into the camera.
Actually,
Yeah, that's a good idea. If I'm going to do that, yeah.
why? Tell me.
It's like he's the devil.
Yeah.
All right.
The idea.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, be devilish.
I'll be like the angel.
We could-
and then
we could
devil.
do-
No, you're not the devil. No,
gels.
he's corrupting you.
You want to do half gels?
No, I'm going to see what this looks like. We got a devil.
Wow, Marissa.
One shoulder and then the other.
Actually, do the thing that you were doing where you're kind of looking this way, but just look with your eyes at the camera, like kind of creep. And then, yeah, let's get a spark in his eye, and then you just be regular. Don't pray. Sorry, I had to get them. All right, yeah, so you got the creep going on. Let's get a reflector. Marissa's gonna get corrupted. I don't like the. I don't think I like the red
anymore.
Me neither. I'm not sure I like the red. I think the red was a bad choice. Sorry.
I specifically said, you want to do red? He said, yeah.
I mean, I was going with the flow, but I feel like red is just red.
So, yeah, but if we did blue, it matches her. It kind of becomes a monotone.
Well, why don't we do a different color on her? Then we just do it in Smurfs.
We could just do a warm blend of blue. And everyone, you want to? What do you want to do? Talk to me, Bubby. I gotta look. What do you want to do?
Let's do
World, it's your world.
Bastard
Live it.
Amber.
What do you want to do? Bastard Amber?
Yeah, let's do a Bastard Amber.
You bastard.
Oh, God.
Not a deep Bastard Amber, just a regular Bastard Amber, if you got it.
I have CTOs.
Okay, well, that also works.
You're really going to burn a live stream having me look for a gel?
No, well, you asked me what, you said, didn't you say anything?
No, I meant you, what do you want?
No, that was, you dug your own grave.
What do you want to do? Another red gel, look at that. Pink?
Let's do pink.
You want to do pink?
Yeah, I just think it's too much on him.
Well, this is going to be faint.
Yeah, that's what I want.
All right, fine, if that's what you want.
I want that.
That's what you want.
I want it. I just think that because he's already out of focus and he's red. Actually, before you do that, let me focus on Andreas with the red. Let's just see what that looks like. So look at me all reddish.
It's going to look like a Me Too ad.
Wow. Okay.
Have you or a loved one be affected? It's like something on a subway, man.
It is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you look like the red and the creep, and she's like, oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. Well, red gels just don't do it for
You
me.
want to be famous, don't you? Like, Jesus Christ. I think
Yeah.
this is going to be too... Nah.
What color would you like?
Wow. Do we
Yeah,
want
exactly.
Any, okay. Do we
I
want
think the
any
color is.
color?
That is right. Pink.
No
right?
color, raise your hand.
Pink. Who wants pink?
You just said tobacco.
Pink.
Just said-
Tobacco would be awesome, actually, but pink.
Yeah, but you want to punch you like a
Let's do
heart?
pink, and I'll drop. No, that one's fine.
Okay.
I just want a subtle color. I don't want this. I mean, it's fine.
Creepy.
Yeah. It's,
I'm never good enough for you.
somehow we are completely off the rails.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is no rails going on here. Don't you remember at the beginning when it was like, oh look, here's some nice way to light people. You know, look at how nice this is. And then it's like, oh, no, instead of doing that, let's make him red. Oh, okay. Just in case you don't remember that we did that earlier. Because you're probably thinking to yourself, why am I here? Like, what happened? Okay. I mean, honestly, at this point, we know we could make that work. You already took it off, though, right?
go.
No, you already took it off. Forget it. I could make the red work, but I don't.
Oh, you're just so great.
No, I mean, I could make it work with just him by himself. All right, so we're gonna do pink and let's see what happens. It's probably gonna be overexposed, but let's look. Oh no, it's not overexposed. And see, I like it. It's subtle,
You like it because you picked it.
of course. And actually, he's got a smile.
No matter what, I could have
It is
pulled out
nearly-
the hand of God out of here, and you would have.
It's nearly perfect. I'm gonna step back a bit to get the full. Yeah, there we go. Perfecto. That's Spanish, just because you didn't know. Good. Focus.
Perfecto is not Spanish. Is that what you just said? That's awesome.
Sure it is. I said it was.
He's the
See, it
whitest
does-
guy on earth. It's okay.
See, it does not work when it's that far back, but there it works. Interesting.
It's his shirt that's.
Yeah,
burning.
the shirt's is killing it, right?
Shirt's
But that's great.
Well, maybe if you look straight at the light and burn off the
Get a
black.
darker shirt on.
No, look right at the
No,
light.
look, turn right into the light as a profile.
Turn into the
Let it
light.
burn to black onto her.
Burn to black like killer. Kill the light on her. There we go.
But you see how we got rid of the hot spot and she becomes the brighter?
Yeah. It's interesting how his shirt is, because the color has eliminated.
neutralized it. We
We
actually-
neutralized the color of his shirt. That's like a complete. You're not even noticing this. This is like the.
Pistachio to pink.
This is literally the color change of his shirt because of that gel. Oh man. Well, they don't remember because we did so much red. How do you command, right? Yeah, there we go. The gel has changed the color of his shirt.
It neutralized it.
It neutralized it.
Color
right.
theory. Who would have thought?
It's weird. All right, so let's do one and let's make it work. Marissa, come in closer. Closer. Good.
You're just gonna like the background?
Right now she's not lit at all. I just want to see what this looks like. Okay, good. So let's do this. You're going to go like this, and we're going to light her with the Beauty Edition, not have it hit him.
You want to do like this?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to scoop it this way so it doesn't hit him.
Watch it.
Yep, there you go. Hard light, be careful. Yep, exactly. Just feather it off so it doesn't hit him, if we can. I don't want it on him at all.
Yeah.
If we could avoid it.
Okay.
I mean, as little as possible.
Hang on. I don't know if he's gonna hit her with the grid.
Yeah, you'll hit her with the grid. Well, no, there's hitting him total. I meant like this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted it feathered that way. There you go. Sorry if I was unclear. Let me turn the modeling light on. Well, can't see it. It's too dark. All right.
You want me to turn the lights off?
No. It set at like 2% or something. All right. I'm just gonna throw this in TTL because, I mean, what else have I got? I got nothing to lose. All right. Here we go. I think you're gonna look towards. Everybody's gonna look towards their own light. Good.
Oh, how original.
I know.
Oh,
It's
look at
crazy.
you.
I'm so original. Okay, just to start myself. Oh, that did a pretty good job with the TTL. Now I don't like the gel, of course.
Well, let's rip the gel.
Let's
We don't
kill the gel. Remember I went to F4? I'm gonna go back to F22. Okay. We're F22, they're closer together, they're individually lit. Just like individually wrapped candy or treats. Focusing. Okay.
Wow.
That's dark. No, I was, yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn the lights up. One. Nope. One.
Select the group. Yeah.
Yeah, well, nothing's. Oh, because I'm in
You have
TTL.
to s- well, yeah.
You still want to be on F22?
Yeah.
What are you doing? They're asking.
I'm doing math. Hold on. All right.
It's burning over here.
There's math going on. All right, I'm shooting at F16, ISO 200, and let's see what happens. I did a little math, which may or may not be correct.
Damn.
Oh no, that's not too bad. I'm
Not
close.
too bad, but that's.
I'm a bit hot, but that wasn't bad for a guesstimate.
I take him down.
Now I'm gonna capture one, right? So I'm just gonna grab and drag.
Also, get closer a little bit.
My stop. Yeah, they can get closer together. Actually, Marissa's light needs to go down half a stop, and his light needs to go down a stop. Okay, so Marissa's light is A. I'm gonna bring that down half a stop. And C, I'm gonna bring down a stop. Okay, I'm adjusting the lights. Each one's being lit independently. Okay. Each one, the two models. There we go. There it is. Okay, now I'm at F16 ISO 200.
See, when phones come up, you know you did something good.
Uh-oh.
See that?
She's still a smidge soft, but at Instagram size, nobody's gonna notice. Okay, I could go to F22, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
Good focus on his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go slightly back on the focus and see if I can pull this off. Now, she is being. Did you watch my video this week? Damn you all. Damn you all. She's broad lit and he's short lit. Boom, in the same shot. That's right. That's right. I didn't focus where Seth told me to because I was too busy showing off. All right, so let me do one more. I want to try to focus on his shoulder because better to have them both out of focus. Why not? Here we go. Boom. Is that better? I mean, when it's small, she looks pretty. That's sharp enough. That's like Canon sharp.
or as Joe would call, passable.
That's passable. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's only ever one spot of your frame that's going to be completely sharp. So you got to kind of make a decision. Yeah, I'm focused right here on him, on the back of his hat. It's good enough. I'll go a little further back. Let's focus here. Last frame in the space. Here we go. Boom. That's it. Oh, that's a good smirk. I like that smirk. Very nice. Marissa's so serious. Andreas is like thoughtful about it. Yeah, you guys are sharp enough. Okay. Excellent. Actually, Marissa changed. Your arm was weird. Go like this with your arm because you're getting like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where?
Just bring it back because you're getting like a,
Wait,
yeah.
let everyone do a countdown for the last frame in the space.
All right, last frame in the space. All right, look, everybody look awesome.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, hold on. You're going to count it?
Count, ready?
Oh, Jesus. All right, let me focus first. All right, here we go.
No pressure, Norton.
All right, I'm ready.
You good?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Hold on, what happened?
Tell me that's not the last frame, Norton.
I screwed up. Hold on.
Attaboy.
You get back in where you were.
This where it was.
Yeah, we have no drama in this space.
Nope,
We
no.
can't pull off anything.
I suck at drama. Whatever you put drama on my, I'm going to
That's
know.
what happens with a guy with Converse and a bad posture.
That's true. Back up a little bit this way, Marissa. Good, right there.
All right, ready?
All right, here we go. Are you
we're
going to do
doing
the
this.
count thing again? Hold on.
Yeah, I want you to feel it.
Why don't we just get the shot and then you can fake that part?
No.
All right, here we go. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. A little off, but okay.
Yeah, you're killing me here. I can't get a good shot when you're counting. I don't want
Take the
to.
gun.
Let me just take the picture I want to take. All right. Actually, that's good.
I'm a real
Just come this way slightly with your shoulder. And then look towards the light. Well, I don't normally have people counting.
This is what the real world is like, Norton. You're in the safe bubble of the event space. She's a little hot.
She's a little hot. Marissa, you're a little hot.
Thanks.
Or it's just your forehead.
Stop being so hot. All right. All right, here we go.
This is the worst last shot I've ever seen.
What do you mean? Well, because I already had it.
The drama. Like,
Well, because I already had it. Let's just go back. This is perfect. That's shot. It was good. I like it. Very well done.
you leaving
One
it?
goofy shot.
Is that where you're leaving
Is that
it?
the one? One with both of you silly faces. Hold on to get in.
Charlie's Angels.
All right. Go closer, Marissa. A lot closer. A lot closer. A lot closer. Right there.
No tongues out? Jeez.
Okay.
Average.
No tongues. All right, here we go.
No tags?
Oh, you can use a tongue. It's fine. That's the shot.
Last shot.
That is the shot that ends the event. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for coming all these years. We will continue if you're watching streaming. We're going to keep streaming. If you guys haven't been watching us streaming, make sure you subscribe to Adorama TV. That's where you're going to see it. So youtube.com/Adorama TV. I'm Daniel Norton, photographer. Last ex-witness. Marissa.Roper, right? What's your
AndreasDam.com.
AndreasDam.com. Thanks, guys. That's it.